So we have an update here on the Fox early TV coverage for week 7, 2024. There are some updates. There have not been any so far for CBS, the CBS single window, although there have been a few updates for the Fox early window, 3 of them. So Dallas, Texas, looks like they went to Detroit, Minnesota, even though despite it saying Detroit, Minnesota, Philadelphia, NYG, or maybe it just hasn't updated yet. It looks like Dallas. Well, Dallas and the surrounding outskirts were Philadelphia and NY Giants. So, however, it's just the surrounding outskirts of Dallas are getting Philadelphia and NY Giants. Those are Dallas outskirts team markets like WAC and outskirts between Dallas and Shreveport, Louisiana. Tampa Bay, Florida, has decided to go to Philadelphia, NYG, for whatever reason, which I'm kind of surprised by. I would have thought Tampa Bay would have either stuck with Detroit, Minnesota, or if they did switch the game, maybe it was Seattle at Atlanta. That would be it. That's kind of interesting. And Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, went to Philadelphia and near NY Giants, which maybe someone played in college in Myrtle Beach area, or is from the Myrtle Beach area that plays on either Philadelphia or NY Giants. So I could see that. Boston, Massachusetts went from Philadelphia at NY Giants to Detroit at Minnesota. And that is no real surprise there. Because, Philadelphia at NY Giants, they're not an AFC team. And so they don't, they don't have really like an NFC interest in these teams. So I can see why they would stick with the national game. Why they go switch to the national game. I can see why. But the Northeast, they might give you like the New York teams, or I could see that, why they decided to give them that game. And I can also see why Boston, Massachusetts team market decided to switch. Makes sense. And Jacksonville, Florida, was supposed to show Detroit at Minnesota. However, since they're an AFC team, they decided to switch to an AFC matchup, two AFC teams in their matchup, which makes sense, especially because their game is on at 9:30 a.m. Eastern in London, 2 weeks in a row they're playing in London. So that makes sense. And also Indianapolis is part of the AFC, so Florida, Jacksonville's, and Miami is part of the AFC as well, in the AFC East. So it's two AFC teams, one in Jacksonville's division. So I can see why, the immediate Jacksonville TV market decided to go from Detroit at Minnesota to Miami at Indianapolis. I can see why. Yeah, there are a couple interesting changes. In Dallas, Texas, they decided to go out of Philadelphia. NY Giants, and just outskirts. I'm a little surprised on that one, but I'm a little surprised that Tampa Bay Tampa Bay, Florida. They went to Philadelphia and my Giants instead of staying with Detroit, Minnesota. I would have thought Tampa, Florida would have gone either done Detroit, Minnesota, or Seattle, Atlanta. Those are really two games I would have thought for Tampa Bay, Florida. Or beat South Carolina. I'm surprised they didn't stick with Detroit, Minnesota, but like I said, there might be some room interest for like someone on one of those teams. Philadelphia or NY Giants. Went to college in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. At a Division I school in that area. Or is from that area. Grew up in that area. Boston, Massachusetts. So surprised they went to the national game, Trent, Minnesota. I mean, their national game is on. They're on at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. They're in that NFL London game, the third and final London game. So it doesn't surprise me. Plus, also they're more honestly in CBS, and CBS has the AFC teams mostly. So it's no surprise there. They went to the National Fox game. And no surprise that Jacksonville, Florida went to Miami and Indianapolis. So I'll let you know if there are any more updates to the Fox early window or the CBS single window. I don't see too many updates to the CBS single window. But I mean, you never know.